did that last time I was off.
Do we have to create a watch party or anything?
Yep, I'm going live.
Are we live now?
Just share. Yep, just make sure you add it to your timeline.
Okay.
Yep, you're not even watch party.
Share.
All right, we live.
Good.
Yeah, I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Make sure y'all go to what's going on, everybody? How everybody's doing?
Hey.
What's up? What's up?
We back again. We good to go? All right.
There we go. Yeah, we live.
All right. Hey.
Everybody, y'all share it to y'all timeline already?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
What's up, everybody? We're back again for the Man Up Show. Here with my brothers, Brandon and Clarence. I'm Rob. Wanted to come back again. We had a great time last week. Just want to, first of all, say we appreciate everybody that, put comments in and had some good discussion last week. So I think all of us enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to tonight. Got a great topic. So let's get into it. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So we want to go into basically alignment for a new assignment.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes it's realignment, right? Because we had some things we thought were going well and we were doing the right thing and life was going good, and bam, COVID-19 hit.
Mm-hmm.
So during that period, a lot of things switched up for us. A lot of people were sent home from their job. We had furloughs. We had people actually lose their jobs. We had people that, they had to go home, but, hours were cut short. So they had to change up their way of life, right? So let's get into some of the things that, we looked at and we did to kind of prepare ourselves for that storm. Things really hit us hard, hit a lot of people hard. And especially as individuals who value, family and value time with your family, there are a lot of things that we want to put in place to help us, manage that lifestyle and continue that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So Brandon, talk a little bit about, some of the things that you felt were important to help you prepare, for this new assignment that you see yourself in.
Well, people, if y'all don't got an extra hustle, y'all right now, y'all behind the curve, man. Right now in this day and age, you gotta have another hustle. You gotta have something else that you're doing. Because at the end of the day, your employer, he can just let you go just like that. And and after that, you just basically depend on the government for funds. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody sitting back waiting to see if there's gonna be some type of another stimulus coming. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But rather than that, man, you gotta have something else going on for you. And I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm gonna go into what I do. First off, I'm a network distributor. Okay, I've been doing it going on 5 years now. And rather than that, man, in the beginning, I didn't, I was like everybody else. I had my misconceptions of MLMs. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. You know what I mean? I thought the same thing. That was my misconception. But once we got into the business and we actually got to see how the business goes and how it works and how it actually changes your life for the better, it was a non-negotiable, man. And I just think right now in this day and age, you gotta have something that you believe in and something that's gonna bring extra income in. Because like you said, at the end of the day, you just don't know when you're gonna be out of a job. So definitely, realigning for a new assignment, man, is a big deal. And you gotta be ready for the change, and you gotta have something in place that's gonna help you just in case something else happens.
For sure. Clarence, what you think about that?
I think that I agree that having a side hustle is very important, definitely in this time. Definitely with everything that just transpired, man, like with the COVID-19 and people's lives literally being shifted without their permission. it literally puts you in the mindset of what do I do now? And that's what a lot of people are doing. But I would say people who are prepared, their mindset was totally different. And so I think like being a part of this business and this opportunity, it was a momentum that took place in my house. And man, just preparing myself. I wasn't even prepared. Let me be 100. I work in the school and I was not prepared for this. But on the flip side, I still was prepared to do what I had to do to make sure my family was good.
Correct.
So I agree with my brother when he said, prepare, man. Like you got to prepare, position yourself, and have a side hustle, because without a side hustle in this time, it's gonna be bad. So I agree.
Definitely. Because and that's how we all met, right? Through and it was another opportunity to widen our network, for us to meet other people, and those are the ways that you get connected to other resources and ways. We're not saying this is the only way, right? This is just what we chose, and we're here to say, hey, there are so many opportunities out here for you to position yourself to not have to struggle during a storm, right? You should be putting things in line in your life to help take you through the storm, right? It's not, well, oh man, the storm is here. Let me get everything together, And it hit a lot of people like that. So I think the biggest part of what we're here today is what we're here today to say is, put some things in line in your life to make sure that you're good to go during that time. Now, is everything going to be perfect? Is everything going to, be rosy? No, not necessarily. But at the same time, it will take your stress level down. It will take the angst in your home down. Because let's be honest, when times like this come and those things happen, it may tear up your household, man. It may make you feel a certain way about the other individual that's in your house or the other people that's in your house. What are you doing? Y'all lazy. Da, 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 da. It start arguments sometimes. But at the end of the day, what else? What are some other things? And I'll start with you, Clarence. What are some other things that people should be lining up right now, in addition to adding those extra streams of revenue? Because I know I hear a lot of people say they want to be in a position to be financially free and do all of these things, but a lot of people don't realize, most and we think the first thing we think, we go to millionaires, right? Millionaires have 7 streams of income.
Yeah.
7 streams.
Yeah, on average.
On average, and a lot of us sometimes have one,
Right.
And it's nothing wrong with having a job, right? It's nothing wrong with having a job. We all work, but my thing to say, and I put it on my post today, is something wrong with having only a job. We gotta be better and move into a mindset where we have multiple streams, where we're able to relax and say, okay, well, this one's going low, well, we still got this one coming in over here. We got this one coming in over here. So what are some other things, Clarence, you think people need to look into or add to their life to basically create that comfort level to where they won't feel so stressed and feel like they're struggling during those periods of a storm or the times like we're in?
Well, I know personally, I would say for everybody that's watching, I would say you want to have certain systems in place. Like for me, I have a financial advisor, which means I don't know everything. And for a man to say, "Hey, look, man, this is your lane. You're an expert in this." And a guy reached out to me, and I could have shunned him off, like, "Man, why are you talking to me?" Because we in the middle of a storm. I don't know why you talk to me, but I opened myself up for this opportunity to create a system, which means I have money going to an account where I can't touch. And I'm doing it because we have a habit of spending it as soon as we get it. So that's one system that I think is really good. Find a financial advisor and allow them to help you organize your life. So everything, your spending, your habits, if you got a gym membership, put all this on a spreadsheet. You need to see it so that you know exactly where you're going, because without this system, you find yourself in the same place. And then another one that me and my wife is working on literally when you don't have creditors on your back. And so those are two systems that personally that I'm using right now. Is it scary? Yes. But I know that in the long run, the investment is going to put me and my family in the right alignment. And as a man, I want to make sure that if anything ever happened to Clarence, I don't want to leave my family with debt.
Exactly.
So I think those are good tools.
Exactly. And following off what you were saying, man, finances is a big deal, man. And in this day and age, you gotta have a nest egg. You gotta have money set aside. You gotta be able to plan money. You should have a budget in place. Everything should be situated. In this day and age right now, you just can't free money and then just wait on the next check. You know what I'm saying? That living check to check, that life is non-existent, especially right now during this pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Especially
sir.
employers are, you're at their mercy right now. They're, either they want to let you go or they feel like they want to cut staff because of budgeting. You at the mercy of the employer. So now it's time you have to figure out something else. So yeah, definitely making sure your finances is situated, man, and creating a budget and knowing what's coming in, knowing what's going on. Because a lot of times people just like Ned was saying, they freely spend their money. You got to know how much money you got coming in. You got to know how much money you got going out. You got to know how much bills you're paying, how much money you got extra, how much money you're gonna need for groceries, how much money you're gonna need for gas, so on and so on. And that got to be like a monthly thing, So definitely during this situation right now, definitely money management is a big deal. So yeah, finances is huge.
Awesome. So we had a couple comments come in. Matthew, he said you have to have goals on top of your goals. Mm-hmm. I think Clarence hit on that. Write them down, and make sure that you're looking at them daily. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're on the track to hitting your goals. What are the action items that's going to get you to your goals? We write them down, and it's good to see them. But what are you going to do to get there? So I think that was great. That's great. Keep grinding, and good things will happen.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Some other things I think honestly are very important, especially during these times, is, and a lot of families probably have experienced this, mm-hmm. and I think Clarence touched on it a little bit. See my little lady here. He said, I don't want to leave my family with debt, mm-hmm. right? So positioning yourself to pay those things off, adding those extra streams of revenue, but also you don't want to leave your family in a position to have to take care of everything mm-hmm. for you if something were to happen to you. So how many of us are, have a will in place? How many of us have a living will? How many of us are getting, our estates in order and people know what to do when we leave those different streams of revenue, because somebody could come in. That's a part of it too. If we set all these things up and then you automatically leave here, somebody can come in and take that. So those are the things that we need to set up too, to make sure that, we have those things in place for our family as well. That's showing them that you care about them and that you have prepared for those storms that's going to come.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, I got a question for y'all now.
Yep.
Ms. Tavia just shot us with a question. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
How do y'all deal with our business when you don't have the support from, family and friends that you thought maybe would be on board with what you were doing, or you got family that's, kind of criticizes what you're doing? How do y'all deal with the lack of support maybe that you may not have with the people that you probably thought you would have support of?
You want to go, Clarence? Or I'll go.
Go ahead. Yep, you go first.
Yeah, I'll go. I think the biggest part of that is you have to put things in its proper place. Mm-hmm. You have to compartmentalize things and make sure that everybody on your team understands who you are for, and if they're not in line with the things that you are trying to do for your family and for those that are around you, then you know, nothing against those people, but you got to move on.
Right.
You can't keep negativity in your life and think that you're going to move forward, because those things start to slowly creep into your head.
Right.
You know, if you continue to listen to people not supporting you and people having negative things to say about the initiatives that you're taking under your belt, different revenue streams that you're trying to pursue, then you have to remove those individuals or put them in their proper place. You know, I still love you, but when it comes to this, we moving, we pushing forward. We got goals, as Matthew said earlier. We got goals on top of goals, so we're all in, and they need to understand that. You know, you need to set a tone and help them to understand. Listen, I'm all in here. If you got negative things to say about what I'm doing, I can't really like that. You know what I'm saying? In nice words.
Yeah, that's it. I know for me, because you know, personally, we all probably deal with it. I don't even waste my time anymore with those who are the closest to me. And the reason I say that is because they may not see you the way that they may not see you in that light as a leader. They might not see you as an entrepreneur because they knew you beforehand. So you always stay underneath this umbrella where they just look at you as what you used to be and not what you're trying to be. And so what I find myself doing is it took me a time. I used to get irritated and I go off and have those tantrums. But now I'm like, I'm not about to waste my energy on this. I'm just going to keep doing what I need to do. And it comes with a lot of personal development. Without personal development, I'll be towed up to the flow up and stuck.
Right.
So sometimes different seasons is different. I might have a moment when I have like, why are you not with me? You supposed to be, and guess what? It doesn't matter. They don't have to do anything. In the moment that I realize that it just like, okay, fine. It's not for them to realize. It's my dream. It's what I signed up to do. And they're not where I'm at, and they're not trying to go where I'm trying to go. So I just have to not feed it so much energy.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I definitely agree with you on that, man, because at the end of the day, man, critics, they don't pay your bills. They're not, they not making sure your kids is fed. They ain't paying your rent. They ain't paying your water bill. They ain't putting gas in your car. They ain't paying for your groceries. So what they say does not even matter, period. I done had family, man, tell me, man, what I was doing was a pyramid scheme over and over. But I'm like, this pyramid scheme is paying for my mortgage every month. You know what I'm saying? This pyramid scheme is putting money up for my kids, so that way when they graduate school, they got money set up. This pyramid scheme is paying my debt off. So if you want to keep calling it a pyramid scheme, then that's on you. But I know this has changed my life, period. To a debt-free life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say, I understand, like Ned was saying, a lot of people just don't got the knowledge and they're just ignorant to it. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, it is what it is. But people, sometimes if you're willing to take that like chance and give an opportunity, and especially like if you're around and you're around people that have progressed, sometimes you gotta take the leap of faith, man, and it's just gonna be what it is, man, and you can't. And I had it to where my brother then told me, man, you doing the pyramid scheme, and I'm like, I don't understand, why you won't give it a chance, but it's okay. And I don't let that, like Ned was saying, self-development helped me on that, because I used to get like emotional about it, pissed off, mad, but it is what it is. I'm finding my circle around people that actually, got goals and they want to be successful. That's the people I want to be around. So yeah, pretty Carolina.
So I had a conversation with a gentleman today, and the biggest thing that came out of that conversation is, if COVID-19 has not showed you anything else, you have to be open to everything.
Yeah.
And when people say schemes, we go to a scheme every day.
Exactly.
That's a scheme. I won't get real deep into it, but there's a lot of money at the top, and somebody put a value on you, and that's it.
Right.
And they get paid a whole bunch of money, and you get paid a little bit of money, you know. So that's the biggest scheme, scam, or whatever. But it still helps to pay bills, you know.
Exactly.
But people are going to have closed minds, you know, as long as they continue to feed into the norm.
Exactly.
If they continue to do what's normal and what they've been doing, then they're going to keep getting what they've always got. So at the end of the day, I don't want to be normal
At all.
I want to be different. It's 1%. 1% rules the world and has the most income. I want to be a part of that.
Exactly.
99% of the people are doing the same thing and getting the same results.
Exactly.
Over and over.
Over and over and over and over. So you got to do something different. And we keep saying this every time. You got to do something different, everybody, to get different results. Even when you think something, and you can vet everything you want, look through it, and make sure that it's not something that's illegal or something that's going to hurt you and harm you. But when you get past that and you're able to look at it and say, oh, there's a return on the investment that I put into this, then let's go. You know, we need to invest. Investing is a risk. There are other things that we need to do. Look at other businesses that we do. I've seen people take on new businesses that never, ever even thought about it before, because that's what this time has made us do.
Right.
So that tells me that what we're doing is on the right road. It's got to be right, because somebody just made a comment. Some people don't even have $500 in savings.
Exactly.
Right.
$500 in savings, and they're getting up and going to work every day. They're working their butt off. They're working hard, and they still don't have that amount in their savings. So what are you doing extra to get you over the hump so that you can start putting that away?
Right.
You got to be doing something extra, because what you're doing now is not getting you enough to save for a rainy day.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I know one thing that will help people, because what I've been doing lately, I look at a lot of different financial stuff. So when you get paid, the first thing we do is we go pay all these bills. Well, when you get paid, the first thing you should do is pay yourself.
That's right.
You deserve it. Pay yourself. If it's $25, $30, $100, however much money you make, pay yourself first, man. Them bills ain't going nowhere. And you can always negotiate with these people because they need you. They need you. And so one of the strategies I would say for anybody and everybody that's watching, pay yourself, man. Like $20, take $20, put it $5 and watch it accumulate, literally. You know, and I think that's important. So I've been trying it, and it comes in handy.
Right. Yeah, definitely. You got to have that. Like I said, if you're not doing anything extra, if you're struggling right now doing what you're doing, then it's something you got to add something. You can rearrange the money any way you want. It's still you gonna be, what's the job? I say it all the time, just over broke.
Exactly.
Just over broke. So you got to add something extra to that. The wealthy people in America, the people that have the multiple streams of income, they have different ways of bringing money in so that they can put stuff away to help themselves and the next generation. But you can't do that doing one thing and doing the same and doing what everybody else does.
No, it don't work that way.
Got to be different, and you got to work.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to work. You got to put the work in, man. It ain't nothing comes easy, man. You got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. You know, it's just the way it is. But you know, like with the blessing of our business is we're literally doing everything from our cell phone. Everything from our cell phone. The only thing that may get tired is your thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other than that, you working literally straight from your cell phone, networking. You know, following up. You know, it's a nonstop thing, and it don't stop. But some people get, you know, caught up in the titles and they, they think they're good, but that whatever you had going on could be snatched from right underneath of you. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
you got the grind should never stop, period. So yeah.
You should not leave out of this pandemic and all the things that's going on. You should not come out of this broke.
No.
At all.
You should have developed some different muscle right now to make you some more money. You should not come out of this broke. Like you just said it, Brandon. There's so much stuff you can do from your phone now. Look at us. Look at us. We're on here talking. There's a platform. You said it last week. Other people have platforms. There's ways that you can get out here and generate different streams of revenue. So I don't know what else to tell folks. Get on board
at all.
Get on board.
Put it this way: we had our two best months during the pandemic.
Yep.
We had our best months during the pandemic. So if that tells you something, then I don't know. The grind never stopped. Our hustle never stopped. The momentum never stopped. Even when a lot of people could have gave up, a lot of people could have said, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit here and not do nothing. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens with my job. No, there's people that actually took advantage of this opportunity, and we had our best months this month. So
yeah,
you're right. This is if you don't got something saved during this time, you done something wrong.
Yeah, stop. And then I would say this, because I know we all struggle with it at one point in time. We try to please people and buy all this stuff that put us in debt. And I keep talking about the debt factor, because how many times you bought something trying to outshine and trying to do something for all these people to say, oh, that's sweet, but then you got to pay the bill. And so one of the biggest things I would tell people that want to get ahead is stop trying to live up to everybody else's memes and live up to like this hype, and stay in your budget. Know your budget and don't stretch yourself. And one of the hardest things I had to learn is this: if I can't go in my pocket and afford it, I don't need it.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest things that I'm learning right now as a father and as a husband, because I will create this inconsistency in my life, and it shows up. Oh, we couldn't go on a trip because of this. And after a while, that's old. And so now in my life, personally, as a man, I'm trying to be more consistent. So what that means is a lot of doors I'm closing. I'm closing it. It's time to be financially free. And like I said before, I don't want the pressure of people calling me from different numbers. It's time out for that. It's time out for that,
Right.
So yeah.
Great. Hey, we had another comment said, I believe in all you're saying, but you should also drive to the top in your one thing. How y'all feel about that? Yeah. Brandon, how you feel about that?
You're right. Definitely. Period, point blank. And then when you was talking about goals, even putting these together, your goals should be, when you set your goals, they should make you so nervous, so nervous to where you have to bring your A game to get where you want to go. Period, point blank. And whatever you like for instance, me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't like talking in public. I never have. I never ever done it before. But I knew in order for me to become better, I have to step out and be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is part of the progression. You know what I'm saying? And I understood that. That's why, we got this show right here. This is what I needed to become better. You know what I'm saying? And I believe truly, if I want to get to where I got to go, I had to become uncomfortable. So being uncomfortable and then me with my passion on top of it, and I know that I want to become better. That's my one thing. I wanted to go straight to the top, and I'm gonna keep driving to the top. Period. That's my motivation.
There you go.
Yep.
That should be anything you do. That should be anything you do. That should be your goal for everything you're doing. Is to get to the top of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing lately. Like this week, I only had one goal, because sometimes I overload myself with too much. And I freak out when I don't even do anything. I put too much weight on myself. So that my one goal is to make sure I take care of my family and have overflow. My one goal is to make sure that I keep a smile on my wife's face.
Exactly.
And finances, the financial aspect counts. And I'm talking to a married person that may be watching. Once we get to a place financially, there's some freedom that comes in a relationship, and that strain and that pressure lifts. And so, you know, my one goal is to try. My wife got on me. She said, "Hey man, what you doing? You gotta try. I want to see you all in." And then, you know, I'm like, all right, let me get back on my post, man. This is what I do naturally. Like I could talk all day, but my thing is, let me help save someone else's life this month. Let me reach out and get out of my comfort zone, get out of my head. I'm out of my head right now. I ain't get to plan this. I'm out of my head, out of my comfort zone, and I'm reaching.
Yeah.
So
because we get a great opportunity to help other people, man. We have a great opportunity to help other people. And if you like to give back and help other people meet their goals, you know, there's nothing better than getting into something to where you're able to do that and get paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? And stay healthy yourself. So these are the different things that we deal with. But also, you know, what do you think, Clarence, has been the biggest part of you stretching yourself and stepping out of your comfort zone to do something that you probably normally would not have done in maybe even 4 years ago?
Well, I would say I just realized the time I live in. I realized that I want more. And the crazy part is I always wanted more, but I just didn't have the platform to do more. So by me stretching myself, which means I'm doing something that, what if I don't succeed? But if I try, at least I try. But the crazy part is I can't fail. I'm not getting no younger. So that's what I keep reminding myself every day. I put my feet on solid ground. I'm like, today I got to stretch. Today I got to talk. Sometimes I don't have nothing to say. Sometimes because what I see around me, but I'm like, let me keep stretching my capacity mentally to tell people to dream in the midst of chaoticness. Dream. I mean, like, if you wanted to start a business, go start it. It's your time. If you want to be a good father, show up. It's your time. So for me, every day I got a son, man. He looks me in my eye every morning. We meet each other. Oh, I got a son I got to represent. So my biggest thing is my family. I got to stretch for them.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Brandon, what about you?
Truly, man, I just think, you know, like just like Ned said, man, it's like I think Tavia had just said in the comments, debt free is the new sexy, man.
Yes, sir.
Having multiple digits in your account is the new sexy, man. That looks beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And you know, being that we got this, you know, this opportunity, man, this provides that. And then, like for instance, you two, y'all both promoted this month. Congratulations to y'all anyway. Y'all both promoted this month. And you know, y'all put the work in, y'all did what y'all supposed to do. If I haven't told, I want to tell y'all that y'all both congratulations, because y'all working out, y'all hustling, man. So and it's a blessing to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like I keep telling you, I get so excited because I love being around this vibe, because I know I'm around people that want it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I mean? And dude, this is, man, I'm telling you, man, it's and then like the God gives us all blessings. We all get blessings, right? Once we put the hard work in, everything comes into play, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So this opportunity we got right now has changed our lives. Like Rob said, it's changed our health. You know, I'm probably the most healthiest I've been in probably the last few years. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing, man. It's to change our life. Not like I love to see other people's lives change too. So it's a blessing, man.
Awesome. So overall, I'm hearing this a lot. You know, these times have really changed up everybody. I actually went into the store the other day. I wanted to get some more some weights. They're gone everywhere. Bikes are gone
everywhere.
Everything pertaining to health is gone. You know, so this is really so I want to get into that part too.
Uh-huh.
You know, the storm has also the storm that we say COVID-19 is a storm.
Mm-hmm.
So this has also made people reevaluate their health. This has made people reevaluate their health. So to me, that says that's a part of preparing for your storm.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that you're in good health, making sure that you're aware of the things you're putting in your body. I'm seeing more and more things, you know, in addition to us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I see other people talking about, you know, you need to have this for your immune system. You need to have this. And I'm seeing workouts, more and more workouts.
Yeah.
How do you think, you know, people are going to come out of this situation in regards to their health and how it pertains to living a prosperous life? Brandon,
I think, you know, I think people probably took advantage of this time. I know a lot of people took advantage of this time. I know I did, you know what I'm saying? Especially with my kids and my wife, you know, we that's all we do. We make sure at least 1 or 2 hours a day, we at least get exercise in, you know. But I know there are the other people that have sat back and not did nothing, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
used not exercise, you know, not going to the gym as a reason for not exercise, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, you know, I got so heavy in my stories during this whole pandemic while everybody is at home, just to be, you know, every day, you know, you got to work out, you got to do something, you know what I'm saying? Just to encourage, or at least reach out to somebody, at least let them know, like, look, you can't sit back and not do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was saying, the Corona 20 was real. Gaining that weight during this situation is real, man, because a lot of people sat around, ate, and did nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, this during this time, man, I know me and Tavia have really focused on our health to the max, man, just to make sure we at least was keeping ourselves together in a situation. And you do, health is a big deal right now. It's very important.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, that's it, man. I know during this time I took advantage of resting. Honestly, because before this I was moving a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, right now I wouldn't be sitting still. I would be actually out and about doing what I have to do. But in this time, I actually got to sit still,
Mm-hmm.
and unload a lot of things that I was carrying health wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are dealing with, losing loved ones, and I'm just, like that affects their health. And so in this time, I got to spend more time spiritually with God, and I got to, actually find myself. That's a big deal. And because sometimes we're so distracted with, like, you gotta go, 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 be a man, hustle, hustle, hustle.
Right.
You're killing yourself. Uh, and it was a conversation, man, me and Brandon had in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of realigned me by just having a simple conversation, and he motivated me in a way where I was like, man, I actually can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it took that moment, and now I'm like, I don't do all the stuff I used to do. Why? Because if something happened to me, because I'm overdoing it, I leave my wife, I leave my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm trying to work smarter and not harder.
Definitely.
So in this time, man, I actually been spending a lot of time with my babies. Spending time just, like reading books with my wife, working out, and things like that. So yeah, man, we coming out of this thing a lot better, just knowing us. Like, what is your foundation,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Great points. Great points.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you hit on spending time with the family, because that's part of your health too, your mental health and wellness. There's a lot of things that are coming with, a lot of people are so used to the hustle and bustle, and they're working from home, and some people are going through the withdrawal of working from home. They want to get back to the office, but that's good to hear that you're slowing down and you're taking the time to enjoy your family, and that's what these opportunities that you look for and add to your life will help you to do, to spend time with your family, to be able to take a day in the sun and not have to worry about, oh man, I gotta get back to the office, do this and that. So these opportunities are freeing people up to be able to spend the time with their family, being able to spend the time to focus on their health and focus on their finances the way that they want to, and not just running rampant because they got to make extra $2.
Right.
So if anything is taken from this conversation, is get your house in order and open yourself up to other opportunities. I heard something the other day that was very profound. I hadn't heard it before. You always hear being broke and poor is a mind state, but they said poor stands for, and everybody write this down, passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh man,
Good.
tore my head up when I heard it. Poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. So I'm saying all that to say, if there's opportunities that come your way that can add value to your life, don't be afraid of it. There's work in everything. There is challenge in everything. But if it's going to put you in a better place at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the road, or whatever the rainbow, whatever you want to call it, then invest in that. Invest in yourself and make sure you do those things that are going to put you in a place where you entertain opportunities. You don't always have to take everything, but at least you entertain them and you look at them, you evaluate them, and you're not always in a place where like, oh, no, I just got to stick to this.
Right.
It'll help you in the end. Man. Yeah, that one blew my mind, man.
I had to write that down as soon as you said that. But yeah, man, you just got to take the leap of faith and believe, man. A lot of people don't believe that they're worthy of extra. They think that all they know is they got to work overtime and work in order to get it. We're all worthy of it. We're all worthy of it. You just got to take that leap of faith and believe it. You know what I mean? And once you believe it and then put effort into it,
right,
you're going to get results. It's just like you said, you got to believe and just take that leap of faith and do it, man.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. Because I'm reading a book and it talks about that. And we've been taught money wrong. We look at money so wrong, and it keeps us hostage. And this is just another turn of the corner. I'm reading a book, man, and it is blessing me because it's making me understand, like you just said, man, I'm worthy to actually have a couple of thousands in my bank account so that I can and so I can send money to certain people, or if we look at it like this, so I can have the things that I should have. And reading this book and understanding that is like amazing. So I'm trying to open myself up to understanding. I had to write myself a letter, to an amount of money. Like if I say $15,000, they're $15,000. I never had you before, and you start having that dialogue. And what would you do with $15,000? What can you do? Where would it go? So like, if anybody's listening there, wherever you may be, if you're in a stuck situation, write a letter to yourself, decree it to yourself. You deserve it, So that's, I'm learning that now. You deserve to be wealthy mentally.
Definitely.
As men, a lot of times, we feel the burden of having to provide for our family and make sure we make all the decisions, and we got to make sure that we're the strength for the family. But during tough times, and anybody can go first. How have you partner and everybody that listens in may not be married or whatever, but how have you partnered with your wives or your significant others or other people in your families to help you get through these times?
So for me, I have to honestly say, I was that dude. Like, no, I got this back, move back. I got this. But in all actuality, I had to open myself up to realize that my wife has a different way of breaking things down the way I need it. So like, if I'm trying to hit a goal, let me just put a goal. If I'm trying to hit $1,000, she'll break it down in numbers like, No,
Wow.
you're not going to stay out 12 hours. No, do it like this. And I'm pushing it away. And now actually, like in this time, it makes so much sense.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, snap. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with that load. That's why we're together. You know, with the business. My wife been killing. All right. She's like doing her thing. And so she's giving me hope. Like she's doing it. And she's like, did you do this today? Did you do that today? Do I like it? No. But is it necessary? Yes. You know, is it? Yes. She's on fire. So pass that torch to me, you know? So yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Brandon?
She holding you accountable, bro. She holding you accountable. That's what it is. And it's good to have that, man. It's good to have somebody that's gonna hold you accountable and know that you can do what you're supposed to do. And like Tavia motivates the crap out of me. She's a very inspirational person, but she holds me super accountable, man. And I rise to the occasion. You know, you tell me to do something, boom, it's done. You know what I mean? No questions asked. You ain't even got to tell me. You tell me, I ask you what to do. You tell me something, boom, I get it done. No problems, nothing to talk about. Right. And then, you know, she's also motivated me to come out of my shell too. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling y'all earlier, public talking and me doing this type of stuff, I was not with it at all. I was always the type of cat that liked to be in the background, getting my work done. But in order to build a platform, you have to be transparent, you know. And I knew that this was necessary, and she encouraged me to do it. So she motivates me every day, man, to be better. So that's what she's a motivator. She really helps me out in that end.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, and same here, you know, my wife, we motivate each other, you know, and it's very good to have people in your life like that. Like I said, some people may not be married, but it's good to have somebody on your team to push you, to help you see things a little better. Because us as men, that's when I made that comment earlier. A lot of times we get that attitude like, oh man, I got it, I know everything. Right. But if we just humble ourselves,
that's it.
Humble ourselves sometimes and be like, man, you know what? Let me look at it from another perspective. Let me listen for a second. And you know what, man? Like Clarence just said, you know what? That's a great idea.
Right.
So it may not be a wife. It may not be a girlfriend. It may be, Clarence hit it early. It may be a financial advisor. It may be a tax accountant. Build your team of people that's going to hold you accountable during that preparation time and through the storm and after the storm. You need to have a team.
Yeah.
You got to have a team. And once you put that team together, go conquer the world, you know? Go conquer the world. Go hit your goals. Go make sure that you all are feeding each other and that you're taking all of that stuff in and making great decisions for your future. Because if you walking out here blindly, and I'm talking to all of us men, if we out here blindly walking, thinking we got it all together, we know everything, I don't need this, I don't need that, I ain't gonna listen to him. I'm not gonna show this financial advisor my records because you know I got it all together. No, that brother, that sister might be able to help you put a little plan together to get you some more money in your pocket. That tax accountant might be able to help you see where you're missing on some deductions and you could be getting some other things back, or you don't have to be putting out as much.
Right.
You know, or a lawyer could be helping me put this will together because, you know, something might happen to me tomorrow. In the light of everything that's happening in the country today, you might walk out tomorrow and something happen, God forbid. But what your family gonna do if something does? So put your team together. Keep a team around you that motivates you and that really feeds into the prosperity of your life, the positivity of your life, because all of that is gonna help the people that are associated with you, and it's gonna help the generations to come.
Yep. Right. I agree. And then if I could throw this in there, even as the good push, like my mom, right? You know, we ain't talking about moms, but my mom is somebody I talk to about certain things. And sometimes she'll help me in certain seasons.
Yep.
But then sometimes no, you got it. Like, no, I'm gonna tell you the truth about yourself, whether you like it or not. And then I have it, you know, even with my wife. So we need people that's gonna tell us the truth too. If our breath stink, our breath stink. If our attitude suck, our attitude suck. So like my wife, she said, you don't smile, man. You need to smile more. And I'm like, man, dang.
Yeah.
And the crazy part, I went through 1,000 pictures. I have not one picture that I'm smiling. And I'm like, all right, what am I doing? You know? And so she been holding me. She said, smile more. Smile.
Wow.
So I'm working on that now. And I'm
Look
like,
at that.
dang, I don't want to, you know, all that's going on, bro. I don't be smiling, but I'm blessed. We're blessed.
Yeah.
And all that's gonna do is help improve. That's gonna help improve you, take you to another level.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So we got any questions out there? Do we have anything else?
Yeah, let's wait on a question. Let's wait on
Take the questions.
Yeah, let's wait on a question. Heck yeah. Hold on, we ain't got one yet. I'm looking through now. Nope, not yet. Trying to think of one. Nope, no question yet. So yeah, man. I got a question.
Okay.
All right, I got a question now. All right. Now, spiritually, during this pandemic, how have you adjusted with you know, still staying spiritual during this time and you know, still having that time with your family? What have you been doing since this pandemic? I ask you, Rob, what you been doing?
Because it's been real hectic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everybody's at home. Emotions are high. The kids running around, but you know, there are times where, you know, we have to just settle down.
Mm-hmm.
I've even had days where I've had to stop and, you know, and we pray because, you know, that everybody's schedule has changed. Everybody's normal has changed. And it's like,
Right.
you know, what are we doing? You know, and we got freedom. We're at home, you know, but at the same time, and that's a great question, Brandon. As a man, you know, you have to recognize that and settle your team down and say, hey, bring it in. Let's have a conversation and let's go into prayer. There are times when you got to step away too. Times you got to find a quiet place and go and meditate and get direction. You know, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think I've done more of that of recent on this pandemic is because everybody is around each other. And there's, you know, before I could go in my office and close the door and take a moment, prepare myself before I go home. But now it's like you're around each other all day. And what do? Everybody looking at you. They got a question. Dad. Rob. So you got to step away sometimes and really meditate to get yourself back to a place where you're able to address everybody in a respectful manner, think clearly. But, you know, there are times where, you know, it gets to you. So that's when you know, hey, let's settle down. Let's bring everybody in and make sure that we all on the same page. Because we on the same team, right? We on the same team. Make sure everybody understand that and really help. So those are the things I've been doing. You know, still getting inspiration from you know, virtual church, but also going online and listening to things. So those are a lot of things I do to help me spiritually.
Okay.
To, keep me going.
Cool.
Yep.
What about you? What about you, Clarence?
I've been doing a lot of meditating too, man. I had to adjust quickly to literally sitting in the house with my kids and my wife every day, literally with nothing to do. Like when I say nothing to do, I'm talking about like outside of the house. I had to go and meditate, and I had to align myself differently so that I can operate at a different level of on a different frequency, so I can be the husband, then I can be the father. You know, I had to really find that out. So I spend about an hour literally every morning. I don't want no calls. Don't text me. Don't call me. None of those things until I spend time with God, because I'm realizing that that's my most important time. then after I fill myself up, it overflows into the house. So I'm not as irritated. And I'm just being straight honest. I'm not as on edge. And I respond better. So I've been I listen to a lot of motivation. I've been doing a lot of Eric Thomas personally. Like I do a lot of workshops and things like that. So I just do a lot of different things, and this helps. Like it's so much. And I stop my house. Most time I just stop my kids and say, we're not yelling. We're not doing that. And then what it does, it challenged me as a father to quit yelling.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm trying to change the language of my home. I'm the priest of my home. And as the priest of my home, it's a lot of pressure. And one last thing, man, I actually been feeling more. I cry if I need to cry, bro. Like the pressure of being a husband, the pressure of just have to be perfect. Oh my God. The pressure is real. So sometimes I go somewhere and I just cry. And when I cry, I feel so much better, man.
We definitely gonna talk about that one of these days too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, we got a couple questions though.
Okay.
All right. So can we get a women's group? Not on here.
Not on here. I told you they itching to get on here, man.
Okay, so what if I don't want to spend money to make money?
Oh, you gotta invest. You gotta be willing to invest. And the investment that we invest, you getting your money back quick. So it's almost like it's an investment, but you're getting it right back quick, and you're getting a chance to change your life too. You know what I'm saying? You know, even like when people talk about, like when we talk about like the products, people expect like the products to be free. And in order to get healthy, you have to be willing to invest money into yourself, and you got to be willing to invest into your business. So you got to have at least that, you got to have that mindset to where you have to invest, period.
Can I share something? So here's my take on that, and we got a little time left. So my take on that. Sometimes it takes money to make money.
Yes.
But I guarantee you, there are a lot of opportunities that we take advantage of to spend money and never get money back.
Exactly.
And we know it. We know it. And I'm gonna be real. I've been to college. I've been to undergrad. I've been to graduate school. I have debt. So I spent money and I'm losing money. And that's why I'm doing the extra things now to help pay on that debt. So I'd rather spend money knowing I'm gonna make money, and then we'll go from there. But spending money to make money, it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your future, and it's also, especially if you're spending money to start a business. Again, I talked about it in my post. Those are things that you could pass down to your children.
Right.
You could pass a business down. You can't pass a job down.
Nope.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. I agree. Yeah, man, you gotta invest because if you don't invest, because watch this, if you don't invest, you never, like, if you're not investing your own money, you're not gonna show up. You're not gonna do nothing.
There you
like
go.
It's just the level of energy that you would give to something that you didn't invest in, it'll show up for sure. It'll show up.
Definitely.
And so we were just me and my wife was just talking about that today, man. People invest in Jordans, Nike. We invest in stuff that fade away.
Right.
But we ain't investing in nothing else. Nothing. Oh man, no. We
gotta
gotta
invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's it, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question. During this time, how are you encouraging others?
I do it a lot.
Good question.
I do it. I think I do it so much where I have to take a break. Honestly, I pour out a lot. Like a lot of people wouldn't know because I don't always talk about it. I fill myself up to a capacity after God get done talking to me, and I pour out. I might learn something and share it. Yep. I do that a lot. I actually did that recently with my mom. I had a great experience with my mom, man. She did so much for me. And so I took the time to literally pour into my mother. Do you not know the spark, the fact that I thank you for everything you've done. And guess what? The purest thing I can do for you is invest in your health because of this business. That was a great moment for me. I was like, man, that's what I can give you. I might can't give you money and stuff right now, but the purest thing, my heart says, I want you to live. And so I want you to have this because I know the benefits, man. Like what? That's powerful for me.
Yes.
So that did something to me. So that's how I just pour out, man, as much as I can to people. You know, you might get a random text from me saying, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
You know, I love you, man. Thank you, because words have power. And so that's what I do. I might just hit you randomly with something. You be like, where did that come from? I was led.
Yep. Yep.
So.
Definitely.
What about you, Brandon?
I think, man, just being consistent, man, showing people that, you know, that if you're consistent at what you do, it's going to work, you know. And my biggest thing has been health, you know, and talking about, you know, how, you know, health should be important, you know, it should be important right now because, you know, you don't got access to gyms. The kids ain't got access to go play basketball, can't go to the playground, nothing, you know. So it's all about health, man. And this month, I really wanted to show up and let people know, like, health should be your primary focus. So I'm thinking by me just, you know, encouraging people, you know, even, you know, if you might go by my story or whatever, at least you went by my story. You know what I'm saying? At least you looked at it, you know. Just to, you know, health is my biggest thing, man, because we don't live forever. So at least try to treat our bodies right in the meantime. So, yep.
I think the biggest thing for me, and we're going to wrap it up here, but the biggest thing for me is to make sure that I'm checking on people, you know, especially during this time. We've all been inside, you know, some people may have been forgotten about. So checking in on people, giving people hope, you know, like we talked about, a lot of people through what we do, we can help and encourage them to reach some goals that they may not have reached before in their life, but also helping other people see how they can utilize their gifts to prosper during this time, or even, you know, offering a prayer to somebody. You know, they may call you up, and you know, they venting to you. Take a time that it doesn't even have to be necessarily a prayer, but take time to really speak into that person and help them understand this is a storm, and storms pass. You know, it's not going to be here forever. And let's look at, you know, what can you do? What are some things around you that can help you? How can I help you? But just really helping other people understand that, you know, this is not going to last forever. And just really tapping into that other portion, because you can't go visit people right now. You know, some things are opening up, but, you know, really getting on that phone, sending a text message, like you said, helping people know that they're thought of. I've had so many people say, man, thanks for reaching out. I appreciate that. You know, that goes a long way with folks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So hopefully, you know, we come away from today's conversation with really understanding, you know, some things you could put in place to really help you through the storm. You know, aligning yourself for a new assignment. You know, this is a new assignment. Definitely, there's a new normal. Things are not going to return to the way that they used to be. I know people are waiting for it. They're anxious for it, but it's not going to happen, y'all. It's a new day. So, you know, we may even move to more on. I mean, there's a lot of online stuff going on now, but, you know, our money system might even change. So how are you preparing yourself for that? How are you preparing yourself to do things online? How are you preparing yourself to go along with the whole technology wave and everything like that? So I appreciate you guys. Any last thoughts, Brandon?
Hey, like you said, man, it's a realignment for a new assignment, man. It's time to make them adjustments in your life to where you can prosper from here. You know, it's trying to figure out that next step. So, like you said, this is the way that, you know, we're living right now is going to be the new normal for now. So it's time to readjust your priorities to make this work.
That's right. How about you, Clarence? Last words?
I would say the same exact thing, man. You know, just align yourself right. You know, get around people that's doing something different. You know, because if you stay around people that ain't going nowhere, you're not going nowhere. So I would say, you know, check your crowd, watch the language, you know, because what people say stick. Whether you whether you accept it or not, man, it hurts. So I would say watch your crowd, watch their language, and whatever you do, think about you. Save yourself.
Right.
Save yourself. So
Yep.
that's what I got.
Awesome. Yep. And we don't claim to know everything, but you know, I think some words of wisdom was shared today. I appreciate y'all, brothers.
Yep.
Appreciate all the questions and the comments
Yep.
On our feed today. We'll see y'all next week, 9:00, same day on Thursday. Some more hot topics. We're gonna have some guests coming in pretty soon, so stay tuned, y'all. This is gonna be a great thing. So
Definitely.
continue to man up.
Yes,
And
sir.
next week.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.